And so let me just share a little bit of what I want to share with each of you tonight then. 4.5 years old is what this company is. But yet, when we think about it, we're earning extra income, and extra income is good. But it's so much more than that. And I think when we all actually realize what we're really doing, it is going to make a huge difference to every one of us and every one of our businesses. What do I mean by that? I mean that we're literally teaching people what they've never been taught, and what they've never been taught on purpose, because we've all been manipulated by the system for decades and decades and decades. I mean, if you really want to go back to my presentation when I talk about 1913, yeah, the dollar and the 1 ounce coin and the 1 ounce silver coin, a gold coin, and a dollar bill, part of that was convenience. But the real purpose of creating that private monetary system was control. It did. And people think, well, oh, it really wasn't that. I'm going to go a step further with all of you leaders here tonight, because this is really important. There are 10 families that dominate this entire world. 10. They've dominated it for 200 years. And most of them are, half of them are American icons. Carnegie's, Rockefellers. And these people have dominated the global business and the global monetary system. We're about to have our third currency crash in America. This is our third. It's not the first. I try to give a little bit of education when I do our presentation, because 1913 didn't mark the first time we had paper currency in America. We've had paper currency almost since the inception of America. But we've only had 3 major ones. Okay. But all the other currencies are worthless. Now we're on the precipice of what we call money, paper money, reserve, this stuff. We're on the precipice of this being overnight worthless, just like it was in Bolivia, right down in Latin America, South America, only a few months ago. And one night on a presentation, I mentioned that, because overnight, it went from having $1 trillion Bolivian dollars to buy a slice of bread to where $1 trillion wouldn't even buy a slice of bread the next day, because it became worthless. And it's called a reset. What Casey's mother told him when he mentioned 7K, and oh great, I can get silver at dealer direct cost, I want a lot of it because the paper is going to be worthless, is a true fact in the financial world. Some people have asked me just recently several questions when a major investment firm, venture capitalist investment firm, just bought out NGC. And I said, well, what's the impacts on that going to be on 7K? Well, it's not the impacts that's going to be on 7K. Let me just tell you what they're all doing. Everybody's exiting. All the big people are exiting the stock market. All the money is exiting the stock market. The only people left in it are poor people, pension pension plans, your savings, your life savings, your IRAs, your retirement plans. Oh, they're leaving that there. That's what's being manipulated. But they are all exiting the big money. What are they doing? They're buying businesses. They're buying property. They're buying assets. Why? Because when a currency fails, none of those things would fail. They're all worth whatever you reset the currency to, and worth a lot. And so the point I'm trying to get to is that what we are doing, you and I, as members of 7K, we're a force of good. We're a force of taking information to those that we love and care about, and trying to get them just to hear. And if we become good at one thing, if I would give you one thing to become good at, I mean superb, excellent, that you never make a hiccup mistake when you're presenting it. Present the 1 ounce coin and the dollar bill with the milk example that I give you the way I give it. Learn it, learn it, learn it, and then do it over and over and over and over again, and challenge people to find the error, if there is any, because there's none. Let me do it with you one time. This dollar bill, this 1 ounce silver coin, bought a gallon of milk in 1965. See, even the millennials can understand this. See, they don't even understand what this thing is. 80% of them's never had one in their hands. And so we're taught to save this stuff. CDs, IRAs, 401ks, that's what we're taught to save and invest and put it in other paper. Paper is paper. That's what we're taught. I call it brainwashing because it's not teaching. We're being manipulated like puppets. And we get to the point where even me, I had a master's in business administration, graduated cum laude at LSU, but yet I let investment bankers handle my investments for almost 20 years. Wrong. We should handle all of our own finances. God's provided us with certain resources, and it's our duty to become good stewards of it. And so we are helping people learn this through this one example. Instead of saving this, see, what we should have been saving is this, but we've always avoided learning about it because we just said finances is too hard to understand. No, we were taught to do that. So now let's just get some information. If we get good information and get somebody to agree with you on this, if we get good information, we can make better decisions, correct? So you're going to make decisions. I'm not going to make them for you. You're going to make your own. And so since we're saving this, let's go to 2019. And so what would that $1 bill buy in milk in 2019? It won't even buy half a pint's worth of milk. But that 1 ounce silver coin that bought that same gallon of milk in 1965, in 2019 buys 5.1 gallons of milk. Now here we are, we're in 2021. Just to exemplify how important it is to save this instead of this. See, when the government prints up a lot of this like they've been doing this last couple of years, this stuff even gets diluted more. So how much milk would this buy here in 2021? It won't even give you a taste. You can't give somebody $1 at any public place to give you a taste of milk. It won't buy you a taste. Yet that same 1 ounce silver coin will buy you over 7 gallons of milk today. So Don't you agree we should all be owning some silver and gold? Silver's the most affordable. Gold's at $2,000 an ounce. This is at nominally, and when we're talking about this coin, close to $40 an ounce. Now, yes, there's a difference between spot price and an American Eagle coin price. There's a difference between spot price and a bar of silver. There's a difference. Anytime you make spot price, it's paper price of silver. But see, we haven't learned those things. So just by becoming a member of 7K, you're going to get an education worth more than your membership. So it's worth just being a member just to get the education. And then you're going to learn about collectibles. Well, why do I want to learn about collectibles? Well, we've always been taught diversification is good. Well, why not have something that we can diversify in another asset class that gains value even faster than bullion? And we just demonstrated how bullion gains more purchasing power value than paper does. So we just demonstrated that. But now we learn about the $1.2 million mistake. And so I've got a series of videos that I'd like for you to just kind of look at. $1.2 million mistake, how we've been brainwashed that people will want chocolate bars over silver bars. I mean, that really illustrates how brainwashed we are. The new millennial generation chooses chocolate over silver. And so I got videos to prove it. So I want you to watch some of them. Okay. So I want you to understand, yeah, maybe I've done networking before. I've tried things because I wanted to better myself. Other people who've been successful, I've tried it. But this one, I found the real gold mine. And so kind of just, get all the information you can and try and go ahead and try and find the holes in it. Because a lot of people I know have tried to do that, and now they're my business partners. And I want you to be a business partner with me too. And what we're going to be doing, we're mostly educating people like I'm trying to educate you right now with some information. It's not that you're not intelligent. I know you're super intelligent, but it's that we haven't been given the right information. And I think you will agree with me that if we get the right information, then we can make good business decision about our finances. And if this is already working for 4.5 years for so many other people, literally thousands of people, and it's just in its infancy right now, and the only way people are going to hear about it is a person telling a person about it like I'm doing with you right now, then gee whiz, we have a real opportunity. What if, I mean, how much risk of loss do we have here? We're getting products of value. We make a decision if we want to buy a product every month or not. I mean, the people who do it succeed enormously. And if we don't, we get all the membership benefits of buying this stuff from a reputable source, a proven source, and we know we're getting real stuff, and we can even store it there, and we can store some of it at our house, and we get it at dealer direct cost. It doesn't matter if we buy 1 ounce or 1,000 ounces. So in the past, we'd have to buy. We don't want to buy from those people advertising on TV because we know we can't get a good deal. They're paying millions of bucks to run those advertisements. So obviously, intuitively, we can't be getting a good deal. And so by 7K, we can accumulate wealth, teach other people how to do it. And oh, by the way, I'm going to say something that's almost unbelievable because you haven't seen it, but I have. They have a thing called Sound Money Wallet. And even people from every income class in the world can now afford to own gold and silver because they can buy incremental gold, store it for free in the vault at 7K. And so they can buy $10 a day's worth or $10 a week's worth or $10 a month's worth. But for the first time in their life, they can own gold and silver. And when that incrementally, like let's say this 1 ounce silver coin, and they buy $10 a month and it takes 4 weeks, where they got a 1 ounce silver coin sitting up there. But then when it turns into 1 ounce, they can actually have it shipped to them. Now they're going to have to pay for that, but they were able to do that at cost. And they were able to own gold and silver incrementally until they got enough that they could put it in their hands. Now, that's pretty powerful because a lot of people around the world never even a chance to own gold and silver, but they realize that they need to have some. So this company is going to be a mega giant in the industry. And we get to be a part of that. And we get to be a part of taking that message around the globe, us and our team. Because see, we have a left team and a right team. And it may be foreign to you, but let's just say it's worked for so many people already. And we happen to be in a team with the guy that's done this over and over very successfully. And all we do is just follow the system. And we learn while we earn. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. We get to earn while we learn. And then we get to accumulate wealth at the same time. And then we get 1099 tax benefits. It means basically our taxes are going to pay for us building a business and accumulating wealth. So that's a pretty good deal too. So wouldn't it be worth learning how that's even possible? And if that's all right and it's all possible, then why not just jump in and do it? So why don't you just do that with me? Get back with a person that showed you this video and tell them you're in. You want to do this.